in our special X-ray segment. But first, Gene starts with the new Stephen King thriller.
Cat's Eye is a new three-part thriller by novelist Stephen King, who works so fast and often so well that some people either think he's three people or a writing machine. The three stories in Cat's Eye have little in common. The first one is a very funny, slightly sick-humored comedy about a vicious anti-smoking clinic where your spouse can lose part of a finger. They actually go into your house and cut the finger off if you smoke once too often. That's sick, but it's funny. Story number two, a rather routine thriller about a young man being forced to walk around a Las Vegas high-rise rooftop as punishment for fooling around with a gambler's wife.
Good. Good. Well begun is half done. I just want to keep you on your toes.
Nothing special there. Story number three is a lot better as a stray cat comes to the rescue of a little girl being terrorized by a gremlin that lives in her bedroom wall. Drew Barrymore plays the girl. Now, I would have preferred that story had been expanded to feature length, or even better, the first one about the vicious anti-smoking clinic. As it now plays with Cat's Eye, we get too little of this, too little of that, and when it was over, yes, I liked a few things about the film, but I sat there wishing someone had spent the time and the money to make one of these stories, the first or the third, into a full-length feature movie. That would have been better than Cat's Eye.
I disagree with you, Gene. I think this movie is supposed to be an anthology, just like Creepshow was by Stephen King or Twilight Zone. The material is too slight to go feature length. But what it does...
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a second. You don't think that a story about a little girl whose pet, that cat, defends her against all her fears, she has all kinds of fears, wouldn't make a feature-length movie? It would make a fabulous
That'd make another feature-length movie. It wouldn't make this one. This is just right as the length it is, because what Stephen King is doing here is making an anthology of our fears. And what he does, I think, in all of his work, is find very basic things that we're afraid of, and then, instead of making the movie about how we're afraid of them, he directs the fears at our loved ones. For example, that smoking episode, the very first one, which is really sad with James Woods as the guy who's trying to smoke. What do you fear if you smoke? One of the things you fear is hurting your loved one. So he says, Alan King, the anti-smoking guy, this is terrific. If you smoke again, I'm going to put your wife in a room and give her electric shock. If you smoke another time, I'll put your daughter in the room. The third time, the finger comes off. This is genius, but it's just a very small idea, so it's just right at the length it's at.
Short genius. That could have been made a whole feature-length movie, too, and it would have been very funny. That's my only problem here. It's three little things, and I walk out of there with three little things rather than one big thing. That would have been terrific.
I enjoyed myself. I'm going to vote thumbs up. And next